Beryl umesema, you said you used to bank with the
NCBA Bank.
NCBA Bank.
Yeah.
And pesa zako zikaanza kuisha, zikaanza kuisha, na zikaisha.
And I saw it actually isha.
Dropping.
I saw it. I watched it painfully dropping.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you feel? You used to party, you used to do 1, 2, 3.
Still, you're just hopeful. You're still saying, it's just a bad season.
Yeah. I'll do well.
I'll do well. Yeah. But the day, unaona ile sasa nilijua enyewe it's done, December used to be our best month. Like the previous year, we worked on 23rd, 24th, 25th. We did serious sales. Serious sales of about 1 million in 3 days.
Okay.
And now I was like, December inakuja. Tuta recover.
Our millions.
Woi. That December.
Nothing.
I didn't even get to 200,000.
Serious.
Then kajua enyewe.
Hapa ni kunoma.
Ni kubaya. Yeah.
NCBA Bank. Beryl here used to bank with you. And I think as a bank and as an institution, you need to at least do something to your clients.
Yeah.
Just let your clients know that even if you're doing bad in terms of banking your money or in terms of business, just chip in, talk to your clients, advise your clients. Because in as much as Beryl went down, but she's still with you people. She still banks with you, which means she's a proper client.
They are my good friends. We have Zach. Zach is the relationship manager.
Okay.
We were with Zach in Bungoma.
Okay.
Back then he used to work for Equity Bank. Then he went to Siaya, and I come from Siaya, so we would still meet. Then in Kakamega, he moved to Family Bank in Kakamega. We were together in Kakamega. Then I just bumped into him here again.
Imagine your client.
Yeah, and then Hoffin, the branch manager, is a good friend of mine too. Yeah.
There's so
you
many
need
people
to do
an
interview with them. Let them teach people on financial literacy.
Mr. Zach, you need to do something about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to tag us along, partner with us. You need to teach your clients, advise your client.
Yeah.
Sindio?
True.
Because kama ingekuwa ni pengine wangekufundi, maybe wangekuadvise.
Yes.
Haungekuwa badly off.
Singekuwa badly off, yeah.
Because you were doing this when you were young and when you were not even ready to do this.
Yeah.
Like ulikuwa na jaribu.
I was just trying, yeah.
But I think with banks, they need to see on how you do your things. If it's,
but you see also at
going
point,
down, they need to call you and advise, maybe and ask you what is wrong.
They did when I was now looking for loans.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when they start telling me, you know, we would really want to give you, but your statements are not so good. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
NCBA Bank, do something for your clients. Yes. Something good. You're the best.
Yeah.
But something good.
Something good. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Ukaanza kufanya hii biashara ya keki.
Yeah.
Imenoga, imeanguka. Where did you start picking your pieces? Because you have to pick your pieces and move on.
Actually, you know something funny? The cake business has always been very good.
Okay.
It has never had issues.
In Kakamega?
What is always the problem is SB Bistro.
Okay.
So SB Bistro now starts depending on SB cakes.
Okay.
For bills.
Yeah, rent
and everything.
Electricity, water.
For the cakes, it has always been okay. It's SB Bistro. You know, SB Bistro is too needy. Bistro is too needy. It's. I call my businesses my babies. I don't have kids, so these two are my babies. So SB Bistro, akona demands mingi sana, and you see production-wise, it's not doing so well as people think. Hotel business is not easy. So sometimes when your returns are not what you wanted, you have to go
to the cakes.
So cakes will be paying bills that Bistro should be
paying.
That is what kills
cake.
Yes. Because now bills the Bistro were too high. too high, and it can't sustain itself. So I'm taking money from SBKX too. Instead, I should have just let go Bistro.
Yeah.
I should have just done that. But I kept on trying. Dileza. Itapik tu. So napata kama bills za SBKX ni 300,000 per month. Za Bistro labda ni 700. Sasa unatoa hiyo 700 kwa?
Kwanza unatoa ile 400 ama
unatoa kwanza ile 300.
Uko na deficit bado.
Alafu unatoa. So it can't work. Yeah.
Okay. After that.
So Bistro has always been the problem, and when now it was coming down, I tried all means possible to salvage the business. I got into bad loans, bad debts, and
so you went for loans?
Of course, when you try.
What NCBA will you approach?
Now you're going to people like Shylock, unaenda kwa hizi Mwananchi credit, because those ones now give you money very fast.
As long as you'll pay.
Bora tu wameshaangalia uko na biashara, okay sawa. Bora umewapea logbook. Sawa.
So ukaenda kwa Shylock.
So you go to Shylocks, you go. Because now banks, at some point I was blacklisted.
Okay.
Yeah, and now getting a
You
loan.
went for so many loans in bank?
You have to. As a business person, sometimes you're forced to take loans.
So you can take loans.
Yeah, and now when you can't repay on time, you get blacklisted. So where do you run to? Platinum. Mwananchi. Those ones give you, even you now you want money. They just need collateral, they will give you very fast. Kwanza siku hizi wana process loan na 2 hours. Umeka hapo unatoka na pesa yako unaenda.
What?
Yeah.
Mimi sijawahi endea loan.
Don't.
I've never
if
tried
you can
loan.
survive without a loan, don't. But again, if you want to...
But in business you have to risk.
Yeah, if you want to grow also.
Yeah, if you want to grow,
yeah,
go for loans.
Yes. Me, what I know with me is siogopangi loans.
You're a risk taker.
I'm a risk taker. I'm not going to pay 20 million. Give me. I will pay. I'm not scared of loans, by the way.
So you went for loans, big loans?
Yeah, I took big loans.
Your first loan was how much?
I took so many loans.
No, your first loan. Now you said, okay, I want to go for...
No, you know, my first loans were, of course, when I was employed. At some point, initially I had opened a restaurant with a friend called Charlene's Place. And I just walked out of that business one day when she was frustrating me. Mi ujua kufura.
Ukafura ukatoka.
Ami ufura. And so let me fura. I don't care. Hata kama ni 20 million yangu ilikuwa nayo.
Unaacha.
Na kuachia.
So you left?
So I left that business. So hiyo pia ilikuwa one of their siraya. I want to open a big business so that...
My own business.
Ndio muone.
Umeenda kaka, umeshamaliza easy business hadi umedidimia imeisha.
Imeisha, I was auctioned. I went through the most.
Auction?
Yes. I went through the most.
Hapo umefukuzwa.
Now you can't pay rent on time.
You can't pay rent. You have no money.
And you know when you can't pay rent at the shop,
which means
you also can't pay your house on time. You know, people don't believe that I was once locked out of my house. By the way. Not once, not twice.
It was normal.
Now at some point it became normal. There are days I used to sleep in my car.
The same landlord?
No.
Ama unatoka unaenda hivi unashindwa.
Do you know what I was battling pleasing people.
Oh.
Life has changed, but you don't want to let go. You don't want to accept. So you still want to pay high rents. You still want to drive the best car.
Where are your friends? Because you used to take your friends out. Where are they now?
Those ones left when things went bad.
They left?
Yeah, those ones left. Those ones disappeared, everyone.
So you're alone?
I wasn't a good friend. I wasn't a bad friend. I did my part as a friend. But when I needed people the most, and the sad part is people that you had been there for were not there for me. Yes, they were not there for me.
You didn't think of going back home?
I didn't want to fail. You know, I had already failed my dad.
Severally.
And now you want to go back again? Plus, how do I say it? I had even used some of his money. Yes, a lot.
Where did you get his money?
My dad trusts me a lot. You see the way your husband trusts you.
Yes.
Now my dad trusts me.
Your husband trusts me a lot.
My dad trusts me more than my mom. I remember the first loan my dad ever took in the year 2005. It was 100,000 shillings from Family Bank. He came with that money and gave to me.
100K?
Yeah. I was very young and told me, Angi pesa moro kae, nataka uniweke. You imagine those days how much was 100,000?
I know.
That was a lot.
2005?
Yes.
When you're almost in class 8?
I was in class, yeah. It was I was in class 7, yes.
Class 7, class 8 there.
And you gave it to me. 100,000. I remember him telling me, this is 100,000 shillings. Yeah.
Mami aliona akikupea hiyo pesa?
Yes.
Hakuteta?
And he planned that money with me. He bought us phone. He told me, give me 10,000. Give me 6,000 shillings. He sent to someone to get him a Siemens phone. I still remember that phone. I saw him use that money. Yeah. Hadi kaisha. So that should tell you that my dad is my best friend.
I know.
Yeah. So my dad used to trust me with so much of his money.
Okay.
Yeah. Like one time he sold his car and he wired all that money to my account. Yes.
For what?
To keep for him.
It was so good.
It's not something I'm proud of, but things happened. That money went somewhere, and yeah, he still is my dad. He still loves me.
Went somewhere?
It was used inappropriately somewhere.
Who? By who?
But me, of course.
So your dad wired that money into your account and you used it
inappropriately.
Without his knowledge?
Of course, without his knowledge. He realized later, a year plus later. My dad trusts me so much. Yeah.
Is our money safe?
He knows that I am good with money.
Okay.
Yeah, so on this one he wasn't worried. But then one day he had to find out because he wanted to use the money and now it was not there. Yeah.
Ukamwambia daddy unajua ile pesa?
Siwezi mwambia hivi. I use never something funny when I want to get to my dad I use my mom.
Na ile relay haiko.
Sasa you know my dad aizi ni gombe. My dad ni mkali. But when it comes to me,
hawezi sema.
You see when we go to the village, when people see my dad's car, people run away. We call him Jungle Man. He says he's a jungle man meaning a man from the jungle.
Village man.
Jungle. Deep. So we call him Jungle Man. When people see Jungle Man's car, people disappear. Ni mkali and he beats people. Ati amepata mmesimama na boyfriend girlfriend. Mtachapwa kabisa. But for me, yes kunichapa alikuwa ananichapa. There's a time he caught me with some boyfriend back then alinichapa kwa hii estate mzima.
Okay.
But he can never confront me
live.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he will instead talk to my mom.
Talk to your girl.
He will vent to your mom. He will vent a lot, but not to me. Yeah. So it's so hard to find us having a confrontation with my dad. Lakini ni mkali sana. Mimi tu ndio onyeshangi hiyo ukali.
Okay. Oh. That's so great.
Yeah. We are good friends.
We are good friends.
I am who I am today because of my father.
So after business ikaenda chini. Ilifungwa ikakuwa auction ikafanywa everything.
Yeah, auction then now you're the talk of town. The whole Western people are talking. SB alifunga, now people come with so many theories.
Of course lazima watu waongee. Alijibeba,
ameachwa na sponsor.
Stories mingi.
So many stories trending on WhatsApp groups.
How did you come out of that?
I tried committing suicide.
You tried committing suicide?
I did, yeah.
How many times?
So many times.
Why did you want to die?
I couldn't just face the world. I just, you know me, when I wake up, ask my friend here, I speak SB, I breathe SB, every day. Sasa one week kujaona nimepost. Si utaanza kusema no.
Ameshiwa.
And you can't hide these things, especially when auctioneers now started visiting the premises. People are now so keen on your business. Yeah, people are like, what is going to happen next? Yeah. So I couldn't handle it. And a friend of mine invited me to Nairobi and told me, you come, let's come and relax. And for once I found peace.
You went, put up together?
We were together for some time, but you see, also staying in a friend's house is not easy.
Yeah, for a long time it's not easy.
And that was my best friend. That was my best friend. I still hold her so dearly, by the way. Things happened, but
at least he made some changes in your life.
She made me get out of
those
Kakamega. Yeah.
So you're in Nairobi with your friend?
I'm in Nairobi with my friend. What next? You start hustling again. So I started baking from her house again. Okay. Yeah, at least I still had 2 ovens that managed to get to Nairobi, a few things. And she had a small baby. So I couldn't also bake all the time because hiyo machine so nangoja mtoto aende upstairs
ndio bake.
So I remember I used to bake and natembea nayo kwa alikuwa anaishi kwa estate kubwa. I hook. Nawambia
door to door.
I sell very nice cakes. And you know me, when I'm doing a presentation, when I come with my cakes, even you have to buy. Because I always walk in, hi, I'm so and so. By then I was like, you will buy.
Marketing tactics.
Marketing tactic yangu inakwanga
iko juu sana.
Yes, so I used to knock on doors and the beauty of my cakes is once you have a taste,
you like it.
You have no choice. You will always call me back.
Okay.
You can only fight me before you taste my cakes. And I'm not saying that there's a way I do my cakes that if you have a taste, you will have to call me.
So what was so unique in your cake?
Number 1, low sugar. Most people don't buy cakes because of sugar. And in our current world, people are fighting so many diseases.
Yeah.
And unapatanga ni hiyo sukari tu. So I wanted something unique. I introduced sugar-free cakes sometime. There's a day I was traveling. I used to have a client in Mombasa. So anytime I would deliver cake, she used to pay for my flights. Okay.
Anyway, it was not a she, it's a he. I'm lying.
He used to pay for my flights to deliver
cake.
Cheesecake. He loved my cheesecake.
How much was that cake?
I used to do for him 3 kgs, around 16,000. And he used to pay for my flights.
How much is your flight?
Nairobi, Mombasa that time, 8,000, 7,000, depending on...
Return ticket?
Return, yes. So one time I'm delivering cake to Mombasa and I missed my... No, what happened? Our flight was delayed. So there was a Kamzungu who had been transferred to our flights. Then we happened to have been put together. So he wasn't understanding how I'm taking cake from Nairobi to Mombasa.
Just delivering cake?
Yes. And he was like, your cakes must be very special. I told him, yes, they are. I wish I would have a taste, but I don't do cakes. I don't eat cakes. I do only sugar-free cakes. This guy was a scientist. I didn't know. He works for Britannia, these 2 companies that make sweet things.
Yeah, biscuits.
Yeah. He's the one who brings that to... There's like a substance that I use to make... I don't know how to put it. It's majorly for people who are diabetic and that sugar-free substance that... So at that time he was delivering some to Mombasa. So he told me, if you can bake me cake with this substance, I'll be buying your cakes. And I was like, what is this? A pinch of this is equivalent to 2 cups of sugar.
Sweetener?
It's a sweetener. It's a sweetener.
So
you must use a
white substance.
It's a white substance.
I know it.
If you don't have a weighing scale, huwezi toboa juu utakula hiyo keki. So what he told me that what I'm giving you can take you for the next 3 years of your life. We just, now, another thing with me, luck. I'm always favored a lot.
You're lucky.
I'm a very lucky kid because people just buy my ideas. I just speak to you and
I buy your idea.
People just buy my ideas. So this guy gave me, when now we go to Mombasa, akanitolea a box. Yeah, and that's how I started doing sugar-free cakes. But at some point, it wasn't so equal na demand sana. So
yeah, because then
I started now neglecting that box. Nikapata siku moja maji imeharibu. Yeah.
So you left it.
But he was my good friend. We became We remained good friends for about 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Until he flew out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember one time I had a very serious problem in Nairobi. He bailed me out of that problem.
Bailed you out?
Like he came and sorted it out.
Okay.
Yeah, but he had not even, he was just a good guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was trying to tell you, my cakes are I do very minimal sugar.
Okay.
Because I want an old guy to eat my cake.
A small kid
to eat the cake. Yeah, so that is what makes my cakes.
So you started expanding your business?
Yes, I started selling cakes kwa estate. Then 1 order, 2nd order, 3rd order. But now when I started picking again in Nairobi, things are good. Kahama.
Kahama kwa friend.
Kaenda kwa nyumba.
Nyumba yako.
Nyumba yangu, burial that likes good things. And my friend was in furniture business. Oh my goodness.
Get me a nice chair. Couch.
The best dining. If you should look at my houses. I like good things. Yeah, I got good furnitures and I now needed another car. Hey, kwani nitakaa aje bila gari? Nairobi.
You have to drive.
I have to drive and not just a small car. I drove some small cars in 2015.
I need to upgrade.
Yeah.
So you go.
Because I want to show people that I'm still okay.
Not the way I left you people.
Yeah.
I'm in another class.
I'm doing better.
Ukatafuta car?
Yes.
Car gani?
So nachukua gari. My last car was a CX-5. That one. KDG 090M. That was my darling. Yeah.
Okay.
And then tazluna nachukua hii gari unakonga na say I will sell cakes. Hey, ile delivery nataka kufanya hii Nairobi.
Ni ajabu.
Hey. Life humbles you. Life has a way of humbling you.
Another bombshell.
With your big car.
So you bought a car?
Yeah. And now you
na pesa ya cake.
Yes, but cake pays.
Pesa ya cake ukanunua car.
Nikafanya financing.
Ukafanya financing.
So did you really just pay a 50% of the car value? And the rest unalipa pale.
I'm worried about the money.
Yeah.
Because cake ndio imepik tena umeingia kununua car.
Si ni ukweli nilinunua ingine gari nyingine. So already I've started training the business again. Yeah. I have started training the business again.
But you're feeling high because you have the car.
I'm driving a big car in Nairobi.
Friends must know.
I'm joined a Mazda CX-5 group club. Hakuna mahali wanaenda nakosa.
I'll be there.
I was everywhere.
Solidly behind them.
Yeah.
Unafika nikifika.
Yeah.
So ikakuaje? Umenunua gari.
So again you start training the business. Ukishatoa pesa kwa biashara, it's so hard to fill that hole.
Vile umekuwa ukakuwa stable.
I was thinking I'm stable. Kumbe I wasn't stable. Because I'm in debt. Remember, people had taken me to court. I was in serious debt. I had loans. These people are on my neck. These people are even looking for my parents.
And you do want to leave the car?
You want to live good also.
So how did you make it?
I didn't make it. I crashed. I crashed big time. By the way, I crashed.
And you're in your own house?
I'm in my house. I'm changing houses when I feel.
And you're parking your car?
Yes.
Alafu ndio kuna shida?
Yeah.
Sasa ikawaje?
When now I started training the business again, ikafika mahali sasa siwezi kabisa. Juu ile kidogo pia unalipa loans, kidogo unalipa magari, kidogo unalipa rent. always thank God my parents are not people who really depend on me. They can survive on their own. So for them, they always like, you do your thing.
As long as you're alive.
Yeah. But I also cannot sleep hungry when my parents are around. I will make calls until you send me money for shopping and yeah. So one day I crashed and I said, I have to learn to live. Yeah. I cut my coat according to my size. It was a painful moment. But that was the best decision ever.
So business ya cake Nairobi,
yeah, ikaisha tena.
Where was your car?
I took it back to
Kayad.
Yeah. I was done. I was tired.
You left.
I was tired. I moved to a house that I'm not even comfortable saying. Yeah.
Okay.
I hawked tea in Nairobi.
After all these scenarios?
Yes. I'm still staying in that big house.
But I'm
hawking tea.
Tea?
Yes.
Within
tea.
Chai ya maziwa?
Chai ya 30 bob. I sold tea ya 30 bob in Nairobi.